Now, good morning, students, and our today's topic is Raoult's law. Raoult's law. So, this Raoult's law, it is simply a quantitative relationship between the partial vapor pressure of volatile component of solution and mole fraction of component in the solution. So Raoult's law states that at given temperature, the partial vapor pressure of volatile component will be directly proportional to the mole fraction of the component in solution. This is Raoult's law. So what is Raoult's law? Raoult's law is quantitative relationship between the partial vapor pressure of volatile component and the mole fraction of the component in its in solution. Is it clear? It states that partial vapor pressure of the volatile component is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the component in solution. Now, we'll discuss this. The Raoult's law for volatile solution means Raoult's law for such solution in which both the components are volatile. Let we are taking a binary solution and the components are A and B. These are the two components. This one is binary solution. Binary solution means solutions having two components, A and B. A is your major component while B is your minor component. And both the components are volatile. Both the components are volatile. Now, if this solution is boiled in a closed container, so this one is having the two components A and B, both are volatile. So here vapors of A as well as B, vapors of A and B, both the components will be obtained, and then they will exert the pressure, and that pressure of the solution here will be measured by this manometer, and this one is called vapor pressure of solution. Is it clear? So in this total vapor pressure, a fraction of the pressure is exerted by vapor of component A, and a rest fraction is exerted by the vapors of component B. So pressure means the fraction of the pressure in total pressure. exerted by component A is called partial pressure of A. Similarly, total pressure का जो फ्रैक्शन कंपोनेंट B की वेपर के द्वारा लगाया जाता है वो कंपोनेंट B का पार्शियल वेपर प्रेशर कहलाता है. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू राउल्ट्स लॉ, हियर according to Raoult's law, ठीक है, at given temperature जो partial vapor pressure है of component A means PA will be directly proportional to the mole fraction of component A in solution. ठीक है, means XA is the number of mole fraction of component A in this solution and XB is the mole fraction of component B in solution. तो PA will be directly proportional to XA. Is it clear? Similarly, this PB will be directly proportional to the XB. Is it clear? This is Raoult's law. Means if you will plot a graph between the vapor pressure and mole fraction. So at one axis we are taking the vapor pressure and at other axis we are taking the mole fraction. At this end, here the mole fraction of component A is 100% 1, while at the other end here the mole fraction of component A is 0. Means in this direction the mole fraction of component A is decreasing, and at this end the mole fraction of B, component B is 100% और इस डायरेक्शन में कंटिन्यूअसली डिक्रीज होते जा रहे हैं, and at this end the mole fraction of component B is 0. Let the vapor pressure of component A in its purest form, this is PA naught, and the vapor pressure of component B in its purest form is this much. Is it clear? तो क्योंकि इस डायरेक्शन में A के मोल फ्रैक्शन लगातार डिक्रीज हो रहे हैं और क्योंकि पार्शियल वेपर प्रेशर विल बी प्रोपोर्शनल टू द मोल फ्रैक्शन, तो इट मींस इन दिस डायरेक्शन as the mole fractions are decreasing, so one should get a straight line. Is it clear? Similarly, in this direction the mole fraction of B is continuously decreasing, so we will get a straight line according to the Raoult's law. Now when we will remove this proportionality sign, you will get a constant. So here the constant is PA naught into X. Similarly here PB equals to PB naught into mole fraction of the component B. Is it clear? Here this PA naught and PB naught, these are proportionality constant. Okay, this PA naught, this denotes the vapor pressure of component A in its purest form. Similarly, this PB naught will denote the vapor pressure of component B in its purest form. Is it clear? Okay? And here this line, straight line, will denote the partial vapor pressure of component A, and this line will denote the partial vapor pressure of component B. Means this one will be equal to the A naught into X. Here it will be PB naught into XB. Is it clear? And if these 2 points are connected, so this line denotes the total vapor pressure of solution. And as you know, according to the Dalton's law of partial pressure, the total vapor pressure will be equal to the sum of partial pressures of both the components of the solution. Is it clear? So it means now we can give a statement for Raoult's law, especially for the solutions of which contains both the components volatile. So it can be stated as at given temperature, for the solution of volatile liquids, means both the components are volatile, the partial vapor pressure of each component, ठीक है, जैसे कि यहां पर A का partial pressure of solution is equal to the product of vapor pressure of component in its purest form, means is equal to the product of vapor pressure of component A in its purest form and mole fraction of component A in solution. Is it clear? So what is Raoult's law? So for solution in which both the components are volatile, so one can state that the partial vapor pressure of each component of solution is equal to the product of vapor pressure of component in its purest form and mole fraction of the component in solution at given temperature. Is it clear? Now we will discuss the Raoult's law for solution containing non-volatile solute. Suppose again A and B are the two components of binary solution. Here the component A is major component, means it is solvent, and B is minor component, means it is solute. This component B is non-volatile, while component A, means solvent, is volatile. Is it clear? And now we are boiling this solution in a closed container. Here one device, manometer, is fitted, and this solution is of A and B. B is non-volatile while A is volatile. So when we will heat the solution, vaporize the solution, boil the solution, so here above liquid, vapor of only component A will be there, because the component B is non-volatile, so will not get the vapor of it. And in this way, the total vapor pressure of solution, which is measured by this manometer, will be equal to the only and only partial vapor pressure of the volatile component, means of the solvent. Is it clear? So means for solution containing non-volatile सल्यूट जो टोटल वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन है that will be equal to the partial vapor pressure of what? Only solvent. Let the total vapor pressure is denoted by P, and the partial vapor pressure of solvent, here the solvent is component A, so I am denoting it by P. This is your equation number 1, and this happens at given temperature. So for the solution containing non-volatile solute, so the total vapor pressure of solution will be equal to the partial vapor pressure of solvent. Is it clear? But you lose according to Raoult's law. Raoult's law states that the partial vapor pressure of any component remains directly proportional to its mole fraction. Is it clear? It means here the partial vapor pressure of component A, means solvent, will be equal to the product of vapor pressure of component A in its purest form and its mole fraction. Is it clear? This is equation number 2. Now, equation 1 states that this PA is equal to the total vapor pressure of solution. So it means from equation 1 and equation 2. So we can write here that the P, what is P here? P denotes the total vapor pressure of solution. That will be equal to the PA naught and mole fraction of component A, XA. Here, this P denotes the total vapor pressure of solution, PA naught. This is the vapor pressure of solvent in purest form, and this denotes the mole fraction of solvent in solution. Is it clear? See, this PA naught, vapor pressure of the component in its purest form, is also a proportionality constant. That means this expression can also be written as, this P means total vapor pressure of the solution will be proportional to the mole fraction of A, means as A is what? Solvent, so it means it is the total vapor pressure of solution will be directly proportional to the mole fraction of solvent at given temperature. So it means for the solution which contains non-volatile solute, the Raoult's law can be stated as, at given temperature, the vapor pressure of solution containing non-volatile solute is directly proportional to the mole fraction of solvent. Is it clear? Now, this relation can also be expressed in different ways also. See here, this P means vapor pressure of the solution is proportional to the mole fraction of A, means solvent. Now we are removing this proportionality sign. You will get a constant. This constant denotes the vapor pressure of solvent in its purest form, as we are considering that the component A is solvent into XA. Is it clear? Now this can also be written as P over PA naught equals to XA. Is it clear? Now this PA naught denotes what? Vapor pressure of your solvent. P denotes what? Vapor pressure of the solution. And XA denotes what? Mole fraction of the solvent. Now subtract this equation by 1 on both sides. So it will be 1 minus PA over PA naught equals to 1 minus mole fraction of A, means solvent. As you know, since the sum of mole fractions of all the components of solution is equal to 1, as the solution we have taken, so the two components were A and B, so sum of mole fractions of component A and B will be 1. So it means this 1 minus XA will be equal to the XB, and that will be equal to P A naught minus PA. So here not A. So it is P over PA naught. Is it clear? So in this one, this PA naught denotes what? It is vapor pressure of what? Pure solvent. This P denotes what? Vapor pressure of solution. Is it clear? And this XB denotes what? Mole fraction of B, and in the solution B was considered as solute, so it will be equal to the mole fraction of solute. So here this term means P solvent minus P solution over P solvent. This term, this one, is called relative lowering in vapor pressure, and that one is equal to the mole fraction of solute. See here, because relative lowering in vapor pressure equals to mole fraction of solute, so this expression confirms that relative lowering in vapor pressure is a colligative property. Okay? So now the Raoult's law can also be stated as, so now the statement we can modify. Here the statement will become now, at given temperature for the solution which contains non-volatile solute, the relative lowering in vapor pressure will be equal to the mole fraction of solute. So at given temperature, the relative lowering in vapor pressure is equal to the mole fraction of solute. So you can state the Raoult's law in this way also. This is the modified form of the Raoult's law for the solution which contains non-volatile solute. See, now after that, here we are using the term relative lowering in vapor pressure. So this relative lowering in vapor pressure, what is it? It is the ratio of, so we know that the difference of vapor pressure of solvent and vapor pressure of solution is called what? Lowering in vapor pressure and vapor pressure of pure solvent. So relative lowering in vapor pressure is the ratio of lowering in vapor pressure and vapor pressure of the pure solvent. Is it clear? Now we'll discuss how to measure this relative lowering in vapor pressure. So measuring relative lowering in vapor pressure. हाँ, एक चीज मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि although here I am using the term X, using term X for mole fraction. ठीक है? This one is a Roman term X I am using here. But sometimes the Greek term chi is also used to express the mole fraction. So you can pronounce it as chi or X. Now next is measuring relative lowering in vapor pressure. So this one is measured by one method, that one is transpiration method. Transpiration method is used to determine, to measure the relative lowering in vapor pressure, or this method is also known as Ostwald-Walker dynamic method. So Ostwald-Walker dynamic method or transpiration method is used to measure the relative lowering in vapor pressure. In this method, we used to take two bulbs. In one bulb, we used to fill solution whose relative lowering in vapor pressure is to measure, and another one will take solvent. And now in the solution bulb, we will pass dry air is passed here, and then after passing through this solution, the air is allowed to pass in the another bulb which contains solvent, and so if we are using solvent as water, so this solvent bulb is further connected with a tube which contains anhydrous CaCl. Now what happens from here? That dry air will be passed. When dry air comes out through this solution bulb, so as this solution is having non-volatile solute, so only solvent will come out along, solvent vapor will come out along with the dry air. So here the air which is saturated with solvent comes out from here. Okay? Now what happens, as some of the solvent will come out here, so here the loss of weight in solution bulb means that decrease in weight, or yes, it's better, decrease in weight of solution bulb, let it is W1. So this one is proportional to the vapor pressure of solution. Is it clear? Let it is PS. Okay? And again decrease in, see, the weight of this solvent bulb will also be reduced because some of the vapor will come out. So decrease in weight of solvent bulb, that is, it is let W2. So that will be proportional to the vapor pressure of pure solvent minus vapor pressure of solution. Let vapor pressure of pure solvent is P0 and vapor pressure of solution is PS. Okay? So now so relative lowering in vapor pressure is P0 minus P over P0, the ratio of lowering in vapor pressure and vapor pressure of pure solvent. This one is relative lowering in vapor pressure. See, this is relative lowering in vapor pressure. That will be equal to, so P0 minus P, P0 minus P S solution is equal to W2 over P0. So see here, W2 is equal to P0 minus PS. Okay? So it means P0 will be equal to W2 plus PS, and you know PS is equal to W1. So it means P0 is equal to W2 plus W1. Here W1 plus W2. So using this expression, you can calculate, or one can calculate the vapor pressure or relative lowering in vapor pressure. Now, our next topic is Raoult's law as a special case of Henry's law. So Raoult's law as a special case of Henry's law. See, according to Raoult's law, at given temperature, the partial vapor pressure of volatile component will be directly proportional to the mole fraction of component in solution. Let component A is volatile, so it means the partial vapor pressure of component A, PA, will be proportional to the mole fraction of component A. And then we will remove this proportionality sign. You will get a constant A naught. Here, this proportionality constant denotes the vapor pressure of the volatile component in its purest form. Okay. This is your equation number 1. Now, according to Henry's law, see, you know, Henry's law are applicable over gas liquid system. So this law states that at given temperature, the partial pressure of volatile component, means here of gas, will be proportional to the mole fraction of component, that is gas in solution. Is it clear? Let the gas is A and B was there. So this will be PA proportional to the mole fraction of component A. If you remove this proportionality sign, you will get a constant, and here constant is KH. This is your equation number 2. Now see, these two expressions are identical. The only difference is in proportionality constant. In Raoult's law, this proportionality constant denotes the vapor pressure of volatile component in its purest form, while in Henry's law, proportionality constant is Henry's law constant, and its value is determined experimentally. So therefore, the Raoult's law, it becomes a special case of Henry's law, in which this KH is replaced, or KH becomes equal to the vapor pressure of volatile component in its purest form. Means KH और PA naught, ये दोनों equal हो गया. KH is replaced by PA naught. इज इट क्लियर? अदरवाइज ये जो है इसके सामने अगर आपने केस लिख दिया तो हेनरी लॉ हो गया. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज सेड Raoult's law is a special case of Henry's law. The only difference is in proportionality side. Is it clear?